Welcome back to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
And I'm Rachel, and boy, do we just have so much to talk about today.
Let me tell you, today has been a day.
Oh, tell me about it, sister. For anyone wondering, no, we're not actually sisters.
We're
James Charles.
We met like a year ago.
That
would be a dramatic story though. Like, we were long lost sisters and we just met each other a year ago. But yeah, no, we're not.
Can that please be our story?
I mean, we have been known to write fan fiction about ourselves, so
that's true.
Could happen. Except we usually procrastinate and have other stuff going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. We procrastinate 24/7.
25.
I'm just gonna apologize now for the echo that will be in this episode because I am currently recording at a library because I've been moving all morning, and I don't have Wi-Fi at either of the houses.
That's alright.
Yeah.
We'll get through it, and yeah.
I'm so tired.
How is moving?
It's terrible. It's so bad. I had a mental breakdown because I couldn't find my shoes. That's where my stress level is. Because, like, for me, my room is always my sanctuary safe space area, so it's really hard for me to move, just because then I have to, like, pack that up, and I don't know where all of my stuff is, and it's not that safe place. So I get really stressed when I have to move my room around.
Yeah. How many times have you moved?
6.
Yeah, that's fair. I've only moved once, and I was like 7, so I didn't have to help with anything.
Nice. Yeah, I moved from a house in my current Midwestern state to a house in Missouri, and then I moved from another house in Missouri, to another house in Missouri, and then from that house in Missouri, I moved back to the Midwestern state, but a different town. And then in that same town, I moved to a bigger house, and this should be the final move, because we paid for it. Not saying we, didn't pay for the other houses. We bought this house. We rented the others.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we're really good at moving. The funny thing is, actually, we kind of keep some of the same boxes. And especially, these past few moves, because we were, in apartments and townhomes, and we knew we wanted to find a house. So my mom wrote on the boxes for each move, and this time she put paper over it, but some of the paper tore off, so it was there were 3 different writings as to what room it would go to. So it was books, school supplies, and fragile all on one box, and it was none of those things. It was
solid
bedding or something, so that's always fun to figure out. I have the hiccups now. That's no fun.
Yeah. Anyways, what should we talk about first?
Let's talk about your favorite thing this week. What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing is blueberry muffins, and that is because they are a very good comfort food for me. And, when I was younger, my mom would always make them at the old house, and they're just always so buttery, and they're the perfect texture, and they are just really sweet, and I love them a lot. And she made them this morning, and that made me happy.
Nice. I love a good blueberry muffin. Holy cow.
Me too.
I haven't had blueberry muffins in a while. Also, I've decided instead of a Christmas present, I'm sending you a Valentine's Day package.
Alright, since
Christmas was a month and a half ago and I still haven't sent it. To be fair, you have Leo. It's not like you have nothing for Christmas. You do have Leo.
I do have Leo.
Leo drives the struggle bus.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's my plan. Maybe I'll throw in a package of blueberry muffin mix so you can make some blueberry muffins. We'll see.
I'm excited.
You should be. You gonna ask my favorite thing
this
week?
Yes. What's your favorite thing this week, Rachel?
My favorite thing this week is my dog. Because in the stress of my moving, I just kind of have been playing with her when I get too overwhelmed and just I'll take her out of her kennel and she'll just sit on my lap and let me pet her, and it's really, really nice because she's stressed about it too, just because there's so much happening and she has to be kenneled because she'll run in and out, and that's bad because we don't want to lose her, especially in, like, a new neighborhood. And so she's also stressed just because there's commotion and it's a new place, new environment. So she and I are just kind of stressed together, and I love her. And in case you're wondering, I'm talking about Skye_the_pirate on Instagram. Skye is Skye.
I was wondering when that plug would pop up.
It's gonna pop up, it popped up early this episode.
Yep.
What's your favorite song this week, Katrina?
My favorite song this week is Don't Go Breaking My Heart by the Backstreet Boys, which is a song that came out in 2019, contrary to popular belief, aka Rachel's belief.
Listen, Linda, listen, Linda. I'm sleepy. I got not enough sleep and too much exercise today.
That's a mood. I actually got up early this morning, and my mom was actually proud of me because I woke up by myself with my alarm, and then I got the documents set up, and then my texts weren't going through for some reason. Well, not going through, but, like, I didn't get a notification when you texted me, and so...
I was wondering.
Like, yeah, so I was awake, and then I had the document all set up, and I was like, I wonder if Rachel's okay. And then I got your text that you sent at, like, 6.
Yeah, I was up early.
Yeah.
I was up until midnight, and then I was up... Okay, I was annoyed because... I set my alarm to wake me up at 7:15. My mom unleashed Skye on me at 6:53.
Oof.
I had 17 minutes left of sleep. That was just rudely stolen from me.
What's your favorite song this week, Rachel?
My favorite song this week is Bad Liar by Imagine Dragons. It's not a bop. It's kind of a bop. It's like a... No, it's a bop. It's definitely a bop. I don't know, it's just a good song. Imagine, I like what's the word when you're not ashamed? Not unashamed, but I like, when you love it and you don't care who knows it, and it's not Buddy the Elf.
I was gonna say that. But...
I don't know the word I'm looking for. Okay, let me say the rest of the sentence.
Finish your sentence.
I need a sandwich. Unironically, I unironically love Imagine Dragons. How many of those do you think I'm gonna edit out? We'll find out. We'll find out. You'll know before I know. Actually, I'll know first, but it's fun to say.
Yeah, you'll know first, and I probably won't know. Because I don't listen to the episodes until, like, 6 months later.
Mood. Speaking of 6 months later, I heard from a little birdie that you re-listened to your personal teenage dictionary.
Yeah, I re-listened to our second episode ever, where we defined all the teenage terms. And said how often we listened to how often we used them, but I re-listened, and it wasn't as bad as the first episode. I think the first episode we just had to get out of the way just so we could, make progress. But the second episode we actually had the intro.
Our normal intro?
Have. Yeah.
Welcome back to Perspectives of your favorite generation. Little podcast.
Yes, that intro.
That was so many words for me to say. I had to take a breath in the middle of it. I'm so tired.
Yeah. But I don't think those words I use a lot, because those were a lot of words like fam and squad and like stuff like that. I use it ironically, not unironically. But the words that I tend to say more are like oof, yeet, and this week recently I've been saying yikes a lot more.
I say yikes a lot. Specifically, I say Y space I space K space E space S space. I had to remember how to spell yikes. I'm telling you, I'm just going through it all today. In all caps, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some interesting episodes out there, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
So if you aren't completely caught up, if you haven't listened to them all, just remember that the sound quality is going to be not the best in the first few, because we were literally recording on our phones, but it's better now. We have mics.
Yeah.
We're like real podcasters.
I'm shook.
Speaking of real podcasters, how far are you in Welcome to Night Vale?
I am not quite halfway, and last time we recorded, you had not listened, and now you are almost finished with it.
I have 2 hours left. I am completely hooked, because I have to know what happens, and I'm thinking it can go one of two ways. Either it comes in a perfect, everything ends perfectly, little bow on top, or it doesn't do that, because the entire book is about how weird Night Vale is, and I feel like a stereotypical ending to a book would wrap everything up. So, because it's Night Vale, everything's not going to be wrapped up at the end, and you're going to be left wondering.
Yeah. That's what my thinking is, too. I've been trying to listen to it, because before I was listening to it before I went to sleep, but as it turns out, that is not the best plan for this book, because I'm listening to the audiobook. And
I am too.
The guy, I don't know what his name is.
I don't either.
The guy, yeah, but the guy that speaks the audiobook, I don't know the word. The
narrator?
Narrator. That's the word. The narrator has a, very soothing voice.
Really? I can't stand it. It annoys me. It's a very Night Vale voice, but it annoys me.
Yeah, it's not, soothing, but for the story I'm telling, it kind of gives
fair
an excuse. So, I was listening to it before bed one day, and I started at, night. I'm sorry.
Night Vale. Welcome to.
Oof. But, anyways, I was listening to it before bed one night, and I was, on chapter 11.
I think so, yeah.
And I was, listening, and I was, paying attention for most of it, and then, do you ever just have one of those moments where you don't, necessarily fall asleep, you just jump through time?
Yes! Those are so weird, and I love them.
Yeah, so that happened, and I didn't realize that I fell asleep. And so I was listening because the audiobook was still going, and then the chapter ended, and I was expecting him to say, 13 or something, but he was 23, and I was alright. So because I went to bed early to listen to it, and so it was probably 11 when I started, and by the time I woke up from my jump cut through life, it was 2 a.m. And so I'm not allowed to listen to it before bed anymore.
But it's not like you were banned from listening to it by your parents.
No, I'm just not. I'm telling myself that I want to listen to it before bed, but that's not the smartest decision for me. But, so I'm trying to find more times to listen to it, and the episode is going out next week, which means I have a week to finish it. Which I'm not that worried about, but, finding time to listen and being able to concentrate on stuff, since Night Vale is Night Vale.
Night Vale is Night Vale.
Yeah, but I feel like if... Don't do this to me. I feel like if we talk about it anymore, then we're just gonna go into discussion, and we're saving that for next week, so...
Especially because we have a very important reason. We'll talk about that later.
Are we now?
I don't know, are we?
Do you want to or no?
I think we should.
Or it could be a surprise.
Oh, that's true. We have a special super special guest next week.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell you who it is.
Nope. See, Tyler, we can leave suspense.
And it's not Tyler.
It's not Tyler.
Yeah. Anyways.
What were we talking about?
I'm not really sure.
Are we ever sure?
I mean, not really.
I've been busy moving all day. What's trending on the YouTubes?
There are a few things that I saw that I thought we could have some... Okay, I don't know what that is. Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
There we go.
Let's put some Cheez-Its in it.
Alright, I don't know what that was, but...
that was tired.
Yep. The first thing that's trending on Twitter is Daniel Radcliffe did an autocomplete Wired interview. Trending
on YouTube?
Yeah,
You said trending on Twitter.
I'm sorry.
You should be. I love you. Tell me about Daniel
Hangs
Radcliffe.
Up. But anyways, I thought it was interesting because they've been... The reason why he's having the Wired autocomplete interview is for a movie called Miracle Workers. I don't know what it's about, I just saw it in the description. But basically, there weren't, like, a lot of times when actors do Wired autocomplete interviews, they have questions, like, about their lives mixed in with the movie that they're getting interviewed for. But, like, they didn't mention the movie at all.
Was it all, like, Harry Potter stuff?
It was all Harry Potter and about his life and about, how he gets compared to Elijah Wood a lot. And, yeah. And just talking about him in general. And most of them came from Harry Potter memes, if I'm being honest. Because they were like, why did, Daniel Radcliffe have long hair? Which is a movie that he did, but everybody says that he looked like a, young Snape. With the long hair. But, yeah. I thought it was interesting because...
My life goal is to get Wired to make one of those about me, so I need all of you to Google me. Just Google me. Go do it. Yep. I'll wait. I'll sit and wait. Go ahead. Are you doing it? Go ahead. I'm waiting. Awesome. Thanks. Love you.
Actually, if you do Google yourself, you're the fifth image that pops up if you type in your name. It's your Twitter account because you're Twitter famous.
No. My Twitter is a bop, though. You should follow us on Twitter. Our handles are in the description, as well as the podcast Twitter, where we ask for questions every week. And next week we're asking specifically for questions about Welcome to Night Vale, if you listened to the book or read the book. And you should also join our Facebook group, which is also in the description box, where we talk to y'all about life.
Yeah.
More so than we do here.
Yeah, we're trying to... Here's the thing. I'm bad at conversations, like, in general. Like, I'm bad at conversation starters. I'm bad at conversation continuers. I'm bad at deciding whether or not to, like, end a conversation at a certain point. So, yeah. Have fun experiencing that firsthand if you join the Facebook group. I'm trying to be motivating for you to join the Facebook group, but that didn't really work that well.
Just join the group. It's fun. It's a blast. You know what?
Yeah.
My mom's
and Mom Bart definitely didn't tell us that she's Mom Bart.
She didn't say that she was Mom Bart?
Oh, she said, I'm not supposed to say that I'm Mom Bart.
Oh, yeah. She is Mom Bart. She announced who she is. But, like, honestly, if you look at the picture, we're the same person. We have the same face.
True.
Yeah, but you could talk to Tom people. Fun people.
Yeah. We have a good group forming.
We do. Yeah, so I don't remember what words I was going for there, other than join the Facebook group. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you know what, hold up. Pentatonics is coming to an area near me at an undisclosed date.
Yeah.
So we were talking about YouTube trending?
Yeah, we kind of went off on a self-promotion tangent thing.
But hey, at least we're getting better at self-promotion.
I mean, yeah. But, the other thing that is trending on YouTube is React did a try not to eat challenge with Disney movies, which isn't eating the Disney movies, it's eating the food that people make in the Disney movies that looks really good.
Wait, so is it just like they can't say I would make that or I would eat that, or is it like it's all laid out in front of them and they can't eat it?
Like, they watch the clip from the movie where they're making it and stuff, and then they have the dish in front of them, and they have to, like, try not to eat it, and if they do, then there's a punishment at the end of the video.
But that doesn't make any sense. Surely you have enough willpower to just not eat the food, right?
Yeah, but it looks delicious. Like, Tiana's, I don't know what they're called. But they had Kronk's spinach puffs from Emperor's New Groove, and
spinach puffs are good. I'll give that one to Kronk.
Yeah, and the fact that you have to, like, sit there and, like, smell it and look at it and try not to eat it is just a lot.
That's fair. Is there anything trending on Twitter? Oh, I've got a yawn. Oh. I yawn.
Proud. There is one thing that I saw that was continuously popping up on Twitter. It wasn't necessarily a Twitter moment like our other things we talk about are, but Ariana Grande's new album, Thank You Next, is out. So I've been seeing a lot of people talking about that lately. Have you listened to it yet?
I have not. I saw one thing, and it was like Ariana Grande really went from amazing to annoying just like that, and so now I'm kind of scared to listen to it.
I mean, I think a lot of the songs are bops, because there are songs that she's already released on the album, like Thank You Next is on it, obviously, and Seven Rings, which she released maybe a few weeks ago.
You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it.
Yes.
Except I haven't gotten my hair cut in, I think I last got it cut in September, maybe?
I haven't got it cut since August, so you're fine.
Awesome. It's just a lot of work to get your hair cut, you know? You have to go all the way there, sit for an undetermined amount of time until they're done cutting your hair, and then I'm lazy is what I'm saying. Really, my mom was like, yeah, I'll pay for it, I'll take you, all you have to do is go online and schedule the appointment, and I don't want to do it.
Fair.
So, that's my life. How do you feel about Ariana Grande?
I feel like she has been putting out a lot of bops recently, and I think that she's trying to, because a lot of people see her as the jumping from man to man, like, type, and I feel like she's been trying to, like, focus more on herself instead of her love life, and I think that's positive.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a positive thing. I feel like it's good that she's focusing on herself and, like, proving to the world, even though she doesn't have to prove it, but she's, like, showing that she is more than just, like, a girl that dates guys. I don't like her music videos right now. They're super cringy, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Like, the Thank You Next video, it was weird, and I honestly did not like it.
Yeah, I get that she was trying to mix together, like, a bunch of old movies like Mean Girls and... Not old movies, I'm sorry. But, like, Mean Girls and Legally Blonde, and there's another one that I totally forgot about.
I mean, they are older movies, but...
They're older movies, but not old, because most of our audience remembers when they came out and...
Will come after us?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of ways to go about it, and you know what, she's finding her own path, and that's cool. That's what matters, right? Something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's trending on Twitter. You want to do some listener questions?
Let's do that.
I love listener questions.
Me too. Especially when they're good listener questions. Which most of the time is a lot of the time. Wow. Words are hard, I'm sorry.
Words are hard. Oh, so our first question is from Emily Hoffman today, and she says, what's your least favorite class you're taking at the moment? I dropped my least favorite class, so honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because I have different classes that aren't my favorite for different reasons. Because, like, I don't hate math. It's, like, something that, like, I can do sometimes, but, like, a lot of the times when I'm trying to figure stuff out, it frustrates me.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, it's a lot of work, which is it's a good thing, but, like, because it's a good thing to be able to understand people of different cultures, I just feel like, a lot of work, a lot of classes are a lot of work, but yeah, but also, I feel like classes can be fun, but the amount of workload that, your teachers can give you makes the classes not as fun. For example, my mass media class, like, I like video production, and I like working behind the scenes on the announcements most days, but, this semester, my mass media teacher decided that the team that's doing the announcements also has to make 3 features in 6 weeks. And each of the features has to have 2 interviews. And B-roll and stuff. And so, I spent most of my time getting one of those together. And then I have a week to fit in 2 features with 4 interviews, and some of that is my fault, but I also feel like it's a lot of work, and I feel like if we had divided it up more, then there would be less stress for the one team working on it.
That's fair, yeah. I am still very proud of you for being in mass media. I realized my least favorite class right now is probably what's that one I take? Either econ or Chinese, just because Chinese is really difficult. Econ, I do really well in it. Like, I got over 100% on the last test, but it's so boring to me.
I mean, I'm taking econ next year, so...
That's fun.
Yeah.
Are you taking general econ or AP?
Just econ.
You'll do fine.
Yeah, because it's not a requirement, it's recommended. You have to have half of a credit of a, history elective anyways. And so I figured might as well.
See, econ and gov are required to graduate in the state of my Midwestern state.
Yeah, government is required, and I'm taking that one semester and taking econ.
Yeah. So,
next semester.
For my school, the way that most people do it is you take global understanding your freshman year. Your sophomore year, you either don't take something, or you take, like, a general whatever history class you're interested. I took AP European History. And then junior year, you take U.S. history, whether it be general or AP. And then senior year, you take Gov and Econ for your social studies credits. But I'm taking Econ early because the only credit I need to graduate now is Gov.
Solid.
Yeah, so that was a good question, Emily.
Yeah, thanks.
What's the next question?
The next question is from @jbart17j, aka your sister.
Hi, Jessie.
And she asks, would you consider Chip's single My Shiny Teeth a bop? I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I mean, I can see if it's on Spotify and we can listen to it and, like,
I'll say, sure, Jessie. Insert confused look face here.
Yep. It's called My Shiny Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So anyway, our next question is from Tori. Tori! Hi, Tori! How are you?
Tori says she likes it when we say her name on the podcast.
Tori. Tori asks, if you could go back to your first day of high school and give yourself one piece of advice or do one thing differently, what would you slay girl? What would you say / do and why? I would tell myself to slay. I'd probably tell myself to go out for drama, because it is something I am really upset that I'm not in anymore. Because it's just difficult to get into at the freshman-only school, because you have to, like, go to the main high school to do it, and it's complicated with, like, getting over there and stuff. I would tell myself to power through the complicatedness, because drama's a family.
I would tell my freshman self to not get involved in friend drama.
That's fair.
Because,
oh my gosh,
let me tell you,
your freshman self was last year.
Yeah.
Shook.
I feel like I'm not as freshman-y.
You're not. I, completely forgot that you were only a sophomore.
Yeah. Shout out to freshmen. You freshman
fall.
year is tough, but
you fall so that later you can fly.
Yeah, that. You could also say that to your freshman self. So,
you fall so I can fly. I don't know. I feel more confident than my freshman self. For sure. That may be because I'm on drugs now. To be clear, I'm prescribed medication.
Prescribed medication. Don't do drugs. Don't overdose. We do not promote underage drug use. Adults, be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Our next question is from @Americarlin, and he asks, what did you think of the Super Bowl?
Okay, so I didn't watch it. I was upstairs
Me either.
doing literally anything else. And it's not because I'm a person that thinks I'm too cool to watch the Super Bowl. I'm too cool to care about football. I literally just don't get it. And I've tried to get it. I have actively tried to understand football and the rules and stuff, and it's just not something I'm interested in. Which is fine. People can have different interests. Anyway, moving on. Cough, cough, Ethan Edgehill, cough, cough. Anyway. Did I say that out loud?
I think you did.
Anyway, yeah, my mom was watching it downstairs. I came down and watched the halftime show, which was okay, it wasn't good. I was mad about the SpongeBob thing, as everyone was.
My announcements group played it, the day after the Super Bowl. They played it as the countdown music.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, they were like, since they didn't play it yesterday, we're gonna play it for you.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, but it's whatever. I stayed home, I did nothing, it was nice. I got a lot done, actually, because there was no one to bother me.
A mood.
Uh-huh. What did you think of the... Oh, let me yawn real quick. I told you I'm tired. What did you think of the Super Bowl?
I mean, I didn't watch it either. I didn't even turn it on for the halftime show.
Fake fan.
I know I'm a fake fan. I don't like sports. The only sport that I can get into is air hockey when I'm playing it. Fun fact, I learned that on Tuesday. But yeah, I've gone to Super Bowl parties a lot. My family's favorite sports team has gone to the Super Bowl a few times, but I just haven't, when I was little, my mom wanted me to be a big, team fan, and so I had this little, cheerleading outfit that was modest since I was, 5.
Aww.
And,
I had one of those, too.
I liked wearing it, but I didn't really understand football, and a lot of how I understand football to be, and I understand this is not how most people are about football, but I noticed that, football brings out a lot of competition in people, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's also kind of something I don't necessarily like. Like, my parents yell at the TV a lot when they're watching football, and I can't deal with raised voices at all.
So I shouldn't start yelling at you randomly?
Yeah, please don't.
Okay, I won't.
I'm fragile. But we had an assembly the day after, well, not the day after the Super Bowl, but I think it might have been the day after the Super Bowl, actually. But, we had an assembly, and, like, one of my friends is a Patriots fan because she's from New England and stuff. And then one of my friends thinks that the Patriots have won too many Super Bowls. And so, like, they were getting kind of aggressive about it because, like, the Patriots fan was bragging about it, and, like, and she was wearing Patriots earrings, and the other friend was being, like, kind of aggressive also, and was, like, trying to take the earrings and smack them out of her ears and stuff, and so I just don't think that it brings out the best in people, and, like, some people it does, but, like, honestly, that's just not for me, and I don't like associating myself with that kind of aggression.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
You're not an aggressive person.
I'm not.
You're a marshmallow.
Yeah, a toasting on a twig.
You're so cute. Oh my gosh, you're the best. I love you.
I love you too.
The next question is from Amir Carlin as well, and he asks, is Pokemon still big? And for a second I thought this was a grammatically incorrect question, asking if the specific Pokemon was large. And then I was like, sure? Is this a joke I'm supposed to get? I'm really tired.
Yeah, but I'd say, because it got kind of big when Pokemon Go came out, because it was something you could do on your phone, and it encouraged people to go outside, kind of.
What's outside?
Same. But I feel like that kind of died down after it being out for 2 months. People still play it, but, like, not as actively as they did.
Mm-hmm.
I know my brother still plays, like, because Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out recently. And so, like, the people that were into Pokemon before, like, are still kind of into it because they keep releasing new content, but I feel like it's not as big for people that haven't done it before, because people that hadn't done it before did Pokemon Go because it was a bandwagon, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not super big right now.
No, I feel like a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon when Pogo came out, or Pokemon Go, but Pogo.
Yep.
And, you know, those are bandwagon fans, so they didn't really stick around for it. If that makes any sense. So, like, at this point, the true Pokemon fans are still into Pokemon, but I would not say it's still big.
Yeah. Alright. The next, it's not a question, but, our next comment is from @MattsA113, and he says, can't really think of a question, but I just want to tell you guys that you're amazing.
Aww. Thanks, I know I am.
Rachel.
Yes? Oh, I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting the show. We really appreciate it.
There you go. Thank you, Matt.
Okay, but really the first thing I said. Let's be real here.
Rachel's very humble.
Yeah. It's one of my best qualities.
Not to brag. Yikes.
It's an oof.
Yep.
Alright, and our next question is from, who are you backing in the Marble Olympics? I'm personally rooting for the Green Ducks.
You didn't say who it was from, Rachel.
I didn't.
You said, this question is from, who are you backing in the...
I told you I was really tired. I literally was just thinking, when we're done recording, I'm gonna go take a nap.
What a mood.
My brain doesn't work right now. Please check back in an hour. 2 hours.
I hope we're still not recording in an hour.
We will not still be recording in an hour.
Yeah.
Anyway, at Dragonlance447 asks, who are you backing in the Marble Olympics? I'm personally rooting for the Green Ducks and or Team Galactic. What are the Marble Olympics and why am I not following it?
I have no clue. Like, I got this question and I was like, Marble Olympics?
I mean, I'm assuming it's Olympics
for
really Marbiles.
I mean, Rachel could just do what she did with the football. What she did with football and, like, just picked a random team based on how pretty the logo was.
Uh-huh. Are you judging me?
That's what she did. No.
So I clicked on the MarbleOlympics.org website that came up, and it said error 404, page not found.
Yeah. That's what happened with me, but I didn't want to say anything in case it was just my computer.
No.
I will look into that, so thank you for bringing it up. Dragonlance447, it sounds really interesting.
Okay, wait. The Winter Marble Olympics are the brainchild of Jel Baker. Backer? There's no R's, so. Anyway, best alternative to the real thing. So it's literally the Olympics, but marbles.
Wow.
I'm in love. Page. Oh, maybe because it says 2018 Winter Games, so they delete it. Let me just 2019 edit that website. And it is still not found. Okay, yeah, so we will look into it. Personally, I will tell you, I am rooting for, I don't know, Team Momo, because I see that name.
That's a good reason to pick that team.
Yup.
Yup.
We've got one more question. Do you want to ask it? Since I apparently don't know how to ask questions.
Answer questions?
That's what I meant.
At Dragonlance447 also asks, if you were to move to a different state, besides the state the other is in, where would you go and why?
Okay.
Yeah, you got me there, because I saw this after school when you asked it, and I was like, oh, I know what I'll say. And then it said, besides the state the other is in, and I was like, well, dang.
To be fair, if I'm moving away from this state, you wouldn't want to move to this state.
I mean, true. How about we both move to Utah?
Okay.
To hang out with Tori.
The Tori from Twitter?
The Tori from Twitter.
I would move... I don't know, I'd be cool with a lot of places. I'd be cool with California, although they have a lot of fires and earthquakes, so maybe not. And then you're, drifting or sinking. Isn't California sinking, or is that a different state?
I have no idea.
Global warming, man. Climate change. It's... whatever. Anyway, I would be cool with California, New York, Vermont, Virginia, Texas.
Yeah.
That's about it.
See, I haven't been to a lot of states, and I really want to, but I don't have a way. Like, I have a way to travel because I got my permit, actually.
I'm so proud of you.
But I don't have money.
Money's expensive.
So, that's kind of the point.
Well...
Anyway. Yeah, I would probably say... Because I haven't... Most of the states I've traveled to or traveled through are states that don't have that big of monuments. But, like, I think it'd be cool to live really close to things that are tourist attractions because my state doesn't necessarily have
people.
A lot of those. It has people, Rachel.
Oh, I didn't know.
It just doesn't have a lot of tourist attractions like certain other states.
Yeah, my state has so much corn for people to come visit.
It's good corn. It's my phone lock screen.
That's true. Anyway. Moving on. Oh my gosh. Katrina Kitsy.
What?
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a Buzzfeed quiz.
It can.
Yay! That's my favorite segment on this podcast. I love Let's Take a Buzzfeed quiz. What Buzzfeed quiz are we taking this week?
We are taking Live Your Best Day, and we'll tell you which dog breed you are.
I've never been happier.
I saw this quiz, and I gave you another option just in case you didn't pick this one, but I was like, pretty sure she's gonna pick this one.
You would be correct. The first question is, what's the first thing... Wait. Yeah, no. You read the title already. Told you. My brain, not working. Anyway, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Eat breakfast, check my phone, work out, snooze the alarm, and fall back asleep. Okay.
I know what mine is.
Me too. Snooze button.
Heck yeah.
I'm shocked my snooze button isn't broken, except for I'm actually not, because it's not a button, it's a... Well, it's on my phone. It's not like a literal button.
So technically you do check your phone.
I do check my phone, but it's more of like a... kind of thing.
Yeah. See, I don't hit snooze. I just turn my alarm off because I'm like, okay, I'll wake up, and then I don't. And then my parents come in and are like, why didn't you wake up?
Waking up is hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up. No.
Just go into a coma.
Okay. Night-night.
Night-night.
Night-night. It's a mood. What's the next question?
The next question is, what's for breakfast? Cereal, eggs and toast, smoothie, or pancakes?
Oh no. Where's the I'm always running too late to have breakfast?
Rachel, this says live your best day.
Oh, my
Not
best
your typical day, ma'am.
Oh. Okay. Can I have eggs and toast with a smoothie on the side?
I mean, you can only pick one option, but I feel like the more nutritious option.
Who cares about nutrition? I'm having a smoothie.
I mean, I picked pancakes, so...
Yummy.
I love me some pancakes. You know why? Because I love carbs.
Carbs are good.
What's the next question, Rachel?
The next question is, what's the next thing you do? Go to a museum, walk through the park, watch TV, or go shopping? Watch TV. I'm not getting out of bed. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it depends on the weather. If the weather's good, then I want to go walk through a park. But if it's a stormy day...
I mean, that's fair.
I'm just gonna say go walk through a park, because, yes.
Okay.
Alright, the next question is, what are you doing for lunch? Eating at a new restaurant, stopping by a cafe, making lunch at home, or just having some coffee?
I'll stop by a cafe. Maybe I'll bring a book and read quietly.
Yeah, I'll make lunch at home, because that's where I'll... Yeah, I'm struggling. What's the next question?
Oh, that's
Rachel?
me. Okay. Your friends ask you to hang out. What are you doing? Avoiding them. Your options are catching a movie, staying in and hanging out, going to a bar, and getting some dinner. Well, I'm 16, so I'm not going to a bar. You're still laughing over that.
It's accurate.
I'm an introvert. I avoid people at all possibles. Possibles.
Because, I make plans and I'm like, oh yeah, we should hang out, and then the day comes and I'm like, oh, I have things to get done.
I don't like people. I avoid them whenever
Same.
possible.
Me too. I would have to say catching a movie, because that requires the least, need for social interaction.
That's a mood. I respect that. See, I'm saying staying in and hanging out because you can watch a movie while you're staying in, and you can just, fall asleep on the couch and do whatever, and you don't have to pay for the movie. I mean, don't pirate movies, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's my... how do you end the day? Drinks? Water.
Water check.
Watching Netflix, just going to bed, or reading a book.
Technically, everyone ends their day by going to bed, so...
Does everybody, though? I mean, people that pull all-nighters don't necessarily go to bed to end their day because they stay up past midnight. And that's a new day, Rachel.
Okay. Well, I finished my day by watching Netflix. Oh, I love the dog I got. It's not a dog I would equate myself with, but I love this dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna say watch Netflix, too. Aww.
You get a cute little picture of a puppy? Alright, you have your result?
Yeah.
I got Great Dane. You're just a big softie. You want cuddles and scratches all day long. You're a homebody and everyone loves you. I love dogs. They make me happy.
Me too. Every time a Buzzfeed quiz gets, like, something small accurate, I get so emotional.
You do. You get very excited. Well, hug Leo, your panda.
I have him within arm's reach at all times.
Even when you're at school.
Mm-hmm.
You bring the panda to school?
No, but I have a picture of him on my phone.
Aww.
Make me happy.
So I'm...
You're judging me.
No, I'm not. I'm actually reading a Buzzfeed article. Prince Philip is giving up his driver's license because he got in a car crash last month. And, like, I'm looking at this picture of him, and he looks so much worse than I thought he did. Just, like, he did not... Like, he looks old. I'll share...
I was like, Rachel, we don't say that about people. Oh!
Yeah, it looks like he has, like, makeup on. Because he's a bit... I don't know, it's weird. Kind of looks like Scrooge in the Jim Carrey version. Not Jim Carrey. That's the Grinch. What am I thinking of? The live action. Is it live action that I'm thinking? Yeah. In A Christmas Carol, the live action one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he is voluntarily giving up his driver's license because he got in an accident. He was very, very shocked, but remained conscious. No one died, they just had injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but there was a 9-month-old baby in the car. Oh, but the baby was okay.
Oh.
Interesting. I love that it says he was voluntarily. You have a panda on your head. Well, okay.
He fell.
Oh.
My son.
Your son.
I'm the adoptive mother of all the pandas. We've discussed this.
That's true. I mean, it's true. You did buy all the pandas.
Don't insult my son or me ever again.
Okay.
That's the meme, isn't it? Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Okay, that one. That's me with my son.
I mean, okay.
You're so judging me right now.
I would never.
Ooh, look at the wisps. Look at my frizzy hair.
Look at the flick of the wisp. Get it, wisp.
Yeet. Anyways, should we close out this episode?
Sure. We can wrap up. Remember next week is our Welcome to Night Vale episode. It's our first attempt at a book club, like book discussion, book
with a super secret special guest.
Super secret special guest. You gotta come.
Hopefully they don't cancel on us last minute.
That'd be awkward.
I mean, yeah. That's what happens every time we schedule with a guest. We're like, should we announce it or should we not, just in case they cancel?
That's fair. Yeah, so it's time to wrap up.
Yeah. I almost said the outro to the to my school's broadcast instead.
Oh wait, I'll blurb it out. I want to hear it.
I don't anchor. I run the teleprompter, so I know everything that goes on.
Oh, okay.
But this has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
And that's been Katrina.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.